I got you.
Yeah, tell me what you just said again about motivation. I need to hear that. You sit down and chill out, it's all good. So don't jump on the tank, Brad with it. I already know who I am. You just don't know who I am.
Well, let me introduce you.
I'm good on that.
You good?
I'm good on that.
All right.
But the true reality is, you know what I'm saying? You know, whoever, however, you know what I'm saying? My boy recording live. It ain't really no names or anything, but I just heard some positive things that was said. So, but I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? I'm here today to talk to whoever or however, whoever listening about life, because that's what it's about. We're talking about young men getting together. Men are very important. You know what I'm saying? Just left from a point. See, it's really all about not just being a leader. See, there's a certain term I learned in study that's called inherent leadership. See, something in leadership got to be inside you. So the concept is, no matter what you do, you can have the right ingredients, but the wrong recipe. The recipe deals with order. When you do stuff in the right way, you guarantee a certain result. In certain books, it's called guaranteed success or the keys to success. You know what I'm saying? So me tying in how I speak about the word and about life, they all coexist. See, because until you understand who the authority is, which is God, then you got to become submissive yourself. You want somebody to submit unto you, who you submissive to? That's the question. Who do you submit to? Or do you believe that however you feel is actually the right way? And I'm saying these things to say that the word will tell you that any man that think he's something, when he's nothing, he deceiving himself. Which ultimately means that on one particular day, you might just be feeling a certain way and it feels right, but it might not be the right thing. And so what'll happen when you got people that's behind you on any level, you have to be that much careful about your decision making, how you move and what you do, because the only thing they do is see. They see, like the young man said, he said, hey, y'all well, dressed young men, y'all professional men, X, Y, and Z. Come on in. Or he want you. But the point is, your eyes still can fool you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just what you see, it's what's actually inside of you. The point is, if you take an orange and squeeze it, orange juice gonna come out. And in some situations, you deal with people where they say, man, you know what I'm saying? You know how I'm feeling, my boy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna say they love you, but love is an action. Anybody can say it, but can you actually be it? See, that's the difference between doing it and being it. If you be it, you'll do it, but you can do it and never be it. So there's similarities. They similar, but they ain't the same. So the only way that you can prove what it is, like the word will tell you, you judge the spirit by the spirit. This is something that a joker can't even mistake. When I teach, I tell people, you got 5 senses. But you can go to the fair, and I can sell you an orange with candy apple coating on and put a stick in. And you'll say, man, I'm finna go get these candy apples. You know why? Because it looked like a candy apple, huh? It didn't look like a candy apple, huh? But it might be an orange now. So there's something you gotta use more than your eyes. Some you gotta use more than just touching it with a handshake. Some you gotta do a little bit more than just if I had some cologne on smelling it. I only took 3 senses down the road and you still could have got it wrong, huh? The only way that you can test it, you gotta use all your senses. Don't allow what you see and don't allow what you hear to control your decisions. And once you start using these principles, they'll work in every area. We live, so I ain't gonna use other terminology, you know what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying. You have been given something before that you're thinking you're purchasing in life, and just to find out it looked like it was good, huh? Smelled like it was good, huh? But the taste, by the time it got to the taste, it was something different, huh? Know what I'm talking about now, huh? That can apply to relationships or anything. If you want to know when something is right, trust the principle. The principle work in every area. What I'm giving you is the game, huh? It's a principle. It'll never fail. Anything you just say in your head, ain't nobody got to confess nothing. Ask yourself, in your last relationship, your last so-called friendships, did you believe that this person was on a level, or did you test them in the foundation? How you test them in the foundation? See, a friend means a person that has a like or love for another person. A friendship means reciprocal or mutual, like a love for another person. Then you get to a relationship, but most of the time we start relationships before we check whether it was a true friendship.
Come on, man.
So you got to have a true friendship. It's build blocking, huh? So this way gonna guarantee success, and no matter what you choose to do. I'm talking about in any area. Check the foundation. Make sure the friend part is this. The word is saying, in order to get a friend, you must first present yourself to be friendly. Now you got the friend down pat. We on step one. Now we got the mutual, meaning that a reciprocal, two people doing the same thing. Now we just got a friendship. Now we can have a relationship. But most times we don't start a relationship before we even check whether it was a real friendship. And the only way the building blocks can fall or something can fail, something is wrong in the step before, or the step before, or the before. Something wrong in the foundation. So the guaranteed keys to success is to make sure that you take care of foundational principles first. First, they more important. Foundation. Don't worry about in planning and zoning or in that situation with housing for whoever may be listening. You can have the best roof. You can have the worst roof in the world. Bad paint job on the house. You can ride around the hood and say, man, why don't they tear that house down? You know why they won't tear it down? Because the foundation ain't got a crack in it. Huh? If the foundation ain't got a crack in it, you can complain all you want to. Huh? The only way, and to flip it around, it can have a pretty roof, nice windows, good paint job on the side, brick and everything. But if they come in there and inspect to find out a crack in the foundation of the house, they got to demolish.
Come on, man.
Huh? See, this is a principle. I ain't just making it up. It works in every area. They using the same technique. So the question is, no matter what it is that we finna do, meaning we in life gonna do to try to succeed, what are the foundational principles? Don't allow, another parable, don't allow the fruit on the tree to fool you. You know what the fruit connected to? The branch. You know what the branch connected to? The tree. You know what the tree connected to?
The roots.
The ground, the roots. Huh? So if you ain't checked the roots, don't worry about the fruit. Huh? So that's what I wanted to say today. No matter what the endeavors is in life, don't allow the fruit to determine what the tree is. Make sure you check the tree before you get the fruit.
Thank you.
Barbershop,
Oh, yeah.
come through.
Well, you know, on that heavy what you saying, my guy had said when I told him to start off, honestly, it's not motivation, it's inspiration. And I want people to Google that and look it up so you'll know what the difference is.
Say it again?
It's not motivation, it's inspiration.
Inspirational.
See, because you can motivate and it'll fade, but when you inspire, it'll last.
Come on,
so that's
man.
the only thing I do. I don't do no motivation. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
serious, eh?
You know, one thing about it, we back to that tree now. I mean, the inspiration will produce motivation, but the motivation can't produce inspiration.
Come on,
Huh?
man.
So that's all I'm saying. That me, Johannes Bradwell, that's all I'm gonna deliver is inspiration and the principle on how it's supposed to be. Now what you do with it, just like anything else, you put aluminum foil over it, package it up, you do what you want to do with it. But Denzel Washington say you call it what you want, but just don't call it that. You feel what I'm saying? So that was the example that I was trying to use to make sure that our guys get inspired on whatever their endeavors, like my young man said. Just give y'all little keynotes on what it is for me being a business owner, young man, young black man, and being a father. Just dropping them nuggets, you know what I'm saying? And don't worry about it. Don't matter what level you on, where you starting at. One thing about when you climbing a ladder, if we on the same ladder, we going to the same point. And we standing right here now, and I say, let's go to the airport. You get on the bicycle, you start walking, you get a skateboard, you get in the Mustang, you get in the helicopter. But we got the same destination, we gonna get there. That way the other distractions don't get in your way. The point is to find out what is your purpose. When you got a purpose, then it's easy for the other things not to take you off course. So that's how the gauging of the man and the mission always gonna be. If you really headed to Atlanta, to the airport, then you ain't gonna get caught over there in Tango Island.
Come on.
That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Come on, man.
So the boss man, when y'all talking with whoever, you know, amongst you, that's how you gonna measure how dedicated people really are to your mission. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what the mission is, and you ain't got no business going over there to the left when I don't told you we finna go right.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's simple as that. It really not complicated, but we gotta make it that simple. That's why I say I can meet anybody with that in the conversation when it comes to principle, and that's just what I'm all about, Playboy.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man.
For sure, my guy.
And I always say, let what you do speak so loud that when you do speak, people want to listen. It ain't only that the fact that we sitting in your business, but your actions since I met you carry that. You know what I'm saying? You gave no arrogance. You gave whatever allowed me to get where I'm at, I'm just going to give all I can. So it was genuine. You know what I'm saying? These are a good group of guys. They going to peep it from a mile away. I'm a peep it. So I feel it, brother. Thank you, man.
Same here, my guy.